Okay guys, here we are back at the shop and finally got the hood on the car. It's got a primitive snorkus, is what it's called, on the hood from Primitive Rally Team. They're out of Beaverton, Oregon, which is actually just right across the river from me. They're the same guys that hooked me up with the roof scoop. This hood actually came out of California from one of the other members on 25RS. Guy goes by the handle of Buecar, Buecar. Real nice guy, hooked me up, helped me out a lot with the shipping. We had a hell of a time getting this thing up to Washington from where he was at. It was a real pain in the ass, but we got it up here. The hood came when it got here. There was no dents or anything in it. It had a couple cracks, but that's just Bondo work and working through all the extra stuff. It's just one of those things. It takes time. Unfortunately, the hood actually did get dinged coming over here from the house. I made the unfortunate mistake of letting the girls load it into the car, and it got beat up a little bit. No worries. Worked it all out, worked the kinks out of it, and just do a little bit of body work to get the line to set right. The hood is actually, I believe, off of a 96 or a 97. If you notice, it's a flat top hood. It doesn't have the body lines of the 99 on the hood, which I've kind of decided that I like better. It gives the car a little more of a sleek look. I do appreciate the look a little better than I did the old look from the old hood. We mocked the wide bodies up. We just lined them up with the bolt holes and laid them on here. So the line is not straight right now, nor is it even with the hood. I realized that my center post was a little more bent than I thought it was, so I had to do some adjustment with the bolts and put a couple of washers behind it to get it to latch down. Really doesn't matter because we're going to go to hood pins anyway once we put the EG in here. But this gives you kind of a rough idea what the wide body is going to look like on the car. It looks really good, especially with these teeny tiny mirrors we just put on. Really like it. Got to finally, I put the seat in the car. I pulled them back out just to get a chance to sit in it. Really like the way this car's turned out. I like the way that it sits. It feels good. I love looking down this thing, the Snorkus intake. Looking down that, it looks bad. I mean, it looks great. But anyway, so that's about all we've done so far. I decided to actually not prep the inside of the pillars just because the inside front side is going to be covered up with a dashboard anyway. As far as the rears, the B's and the C's go, kind of just one of those things where it's just like people. You screw up and you do something stupid, you need a scar or two. So we're going to leave those on the inside. So when I get in the car every day, I remember why the hell I quit rallying the fuck out of this thing. Anyway, doors lined up great. I told you guys about that last time. I had a friend of mine come over and she helped me hang the doors. Never done it before, but did probably the best frickin' job I've ever seen in my life. The one thing I was concerned about with these pillars is there's quite a gap here between the door and the pillar itself. And I actually just laid the foam in just to see kind of where it sat, and it looks like it's going to be okay. We might have some sealing issues. If we do, I'll make some minor adjustments to stuff to try to get the doors to seal a little better so we don't get a lot of water leak inside. The boot lid is still off, so we haven't actually put it back on. I'm thinking about having the windows done first, putting the rear glass in before we put that on, just because it's such a pain in the ass to get to that bottom seal with it out. Or with it in. Took the front bumper skin off again for the, I don't know, probably millionth fucking time. And hopefully for the last time. This cross member is pretty trashed on the other corner like I showed you guys in the first video. And so I'm just trying to kind of work around that and maybe try to straighten it back out as opposed to going out and buying another one. I'm over budget with this car as it is right now, sitting. I don't have another dime to drop into this frickin' thing. And so I'm just kind of holding back and waiting and hoping and praying to God that somewhere there's going to be an extra couple bucks that are going to fly my way and see what happens with it. But otherwise, the car is pretty much back together, though it's mocked. It's back together, and hopefully the next time you guys see it, I will actually have my own fiberglass wide body. Most of you guys don't know, I got a buddy here in town that he also has a coupe, and we went in on these wide body fenders so that I could actually do some fiberglass work and make myself my own set, because I really don't like the flare on these. They're not that big. These are the B Magic wide body, and I really don't. He likes them a lot, and they do give the car quite a bit of distance, but they don't give it enough distance to what I like. I want something with a lot more aggressive wide body on it than what's been provided. So I will run you guys through the steps of that, and I will show you guys how that entire process goes. It's going to be tricky. I've never done fiberglass this big. I've done a couple of other things for little projects, working on boats, things like that, but I've never done anything this big. So we're going to see how it goes, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope and pray that everything works out the right way. Tomorrow I'll go get the gel coat for the molds, and I'll go get the I got a guy coming down from Goldendale, Washington, which is about a 4-hour drive, bringing me about between 75 and 100 feet of fiberglass so I can do this whole thing. And hopefully maybe even make myself some side skirts. I kind of thought about it. I hate the stock ones as it is, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll make myself some side skirts while I'm at it, because, you know, hey, everybody needs new side skirts every once in a while. It makes the car pop a little bit more. Well, I appreciate you guys watching us go through this whole thing, and you know, we're on the home stretch at this point. We're towards the end of this whole build, and I can't wait to get it back on the road. And you know, you guys will see it go through the spray process here in probably about 4 weeks. We'll be able to put paint on it. And that will be the paint will go on post EG swap, so you guys will be able to watch the video of the EG swap and all that good stuff. I know there's other guys that have done them, but I really want to try to document it the best I can so that everybody knows before they jump into something like this that it is a hell of a process, and it is going to be a lot of time and effort and a lot of man hours. I've got a lot of good people here in town that have been helping on this car. Everybody's kind of touched this car and had a lot of fun with it. And I do want to kind of give a shout out to all those guys real quick. I've got Bailey, who is a high school friend of mine. He's an amazing welder. He's the guy you guys saw earlier welding the roof on. Kitty, who's another high school friend of mine. She's not really she's never really been into this kind of stuff, but she's been coming out and helping me with a lot of the little itty bitty details, you know, the mirrors and the doors and that kind of stuff. And she hung these doors excellent. I mean, I couldn't have hung them better myself. I can't see right anyway. I've got 1/8 of an inch off on both sides from getting hit in the head one too many times. And so she really helped me out with that a lot. She actually helped me hang the hood tonight. Oh, who else? Bo, another friend of mine that I played paintball with back in the day, who this is actually his shop. He's letting us borrow to do this whole thing. He's been quite helpful with little tidbits here and there and helping me. A lot of the teardown him and I did together. And then all the guys that have helped with parts and helped me track down parts. Aaron's another really good buddy of mine. He drives an 02 WRX, and he's got a brand new 2011 STI, which I think's ugly as hell, but my opinion really doesn't matter. And he actually helped me track down this wide body stuff. He was real supportive when we first rolled the car, helping me out, pull the interior out, doing all that stuff. Ben, who is I talked about a minute ago, he's the guy that helped us out with the wide body stuff, getting a hold of the wide body. He's doing a WRX swap on his right now, and him and I have kind of been helping each other back and forth. I've been working on his WRX swap. He's been helping me with body panels and doing all that good stuff. So it's really been a group effort, and I appreciate everybody's help. And the members that have helped me track down parts and have helped me find little this, little that has helped really bring this car together. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all you guys that have listened to me BS on these videos and talk my ass off. And I hope to get the car on the road, and we'll have a video of it running once we get it out on the street. So you guys have a good rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me bullshit. And we will be back again to see more progress on the car.